It's your guy, your man. I'm back at it. Mystical Path, part 2 of Fear. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave your comments. But I'm going to dive right back into fear. Again, fear doesn't stop death. Fear stops life. And when I left off, I was talking about the MMA fighter I was talking to about fear. As a man, you gotta be on go time at all times. You gotta be on go time. And this relates to every situation in your life. Losing a woman, losing your job, losing your money or whatever. You have to be in the type of mind frame if she leaves, okay, bet I'll get me another one. How are you gonna as a man, how are you gonna allow yourself to be scared and fearful of your woman leaving you? If she leaves, go. If she wants to leave, go. Get you another one. And honestly, many of you shouldn't be dealing with one woman anyway. That's just facts. You shouldn't be dealing with only one woman. But that's a whole nother subject for another day. But I'm getting back to fear. And the biggest fear is the fear of death. That's the biggest fear. Being afraid of death. Why? Because you're uncertain about it. And you can talk all that religious BS and garbage. You can talk all that to me you want. You can, especially you Christian dudes. Not to beat up on you Christian dudes, but y'all are delusional. Many of you. You talk all this heaven and the Lord's coming to save you and all this other stuff, but you're afraid to go to battle and die. You're afraid to die to go to heaven. If heaven's so great, you're afraid to die and go to heaven. So that's a cover up. You're afraid of death because nobody knows what goes on after death unless you've had an encounter with the etheric realm, with the spiritual realm. That's something, what happens in death inside your spirit. Can't no man tell you that. You got to experience that. And then you overcome your fear. I know a lot of guys, NDE. A lot of people who's had NDE, near-death experiences. A lot of them come back, they like, whatever. No fear of death. When you can conquer your fear of death, then you can live life fully. Until then, you're only living at a percentage of your potential, a fraction of who you were created to be, because you let fear dominate you. You gotta speak against fear. You gotta fight against fear. You gotta do whatever it takes. It's just like anything else in life, any subject in life. You learn it, you get good at it, and boom, that's it. Same thing with fear. As a man, you got to be on go time. Your ancestors didn't have time to think about death and where they gonna go and the afterlife and all this other. They didn't have time for that. It was kill or be killed. You don't have time to think about that. I mean, think about the soldiers, ancient Rome, ancient Africa, all these cultures. Think about war. They didn't have time to think. They didn't have time to cry over death or be fearful. They had to go to battle. You have to do the same thing. Anything in your life that's causing you to be afraid and not living to your highest potential, you got to conquer that. Look, Mystical Path, I'm out. I'm going to be doing more videos. You guys be sure to like and subscribe. Appreciate you cats. Leave your comments. I'll see you in the next vid. Peace.